If you're starting a business and you don't know what to do, any way will work. Greetings and welcome to the Contracting Guy. I am the Contracting Guy, and today I want to talk to you about a book that I have just recently reviewed, and it was from Robert Wink. This is really the second book that I have reviewed, and this book is titled Small Business Starter Guide to Federal Government Contracts and Searching for Solicitations. Sounds pretty interesting. So let's take a look at this. Let's kind of break it down. The book itself is this is what it looks like. You'll see it again. But the book really kind of drives is for, I'd say, brand new people. That's my focus. This is on brand new people. It's a reference book. It is a beginner's user book, as it says, it's Small Business Starter Guide. So it focuses on the neophyte small business person who is interested in doing business with the federal government. And because of that, it kind of gets into the weeds on some of the early stuff. Now, again, you're looking at Robert Wink, who is an accomplished professional, and he has, from his experience, focused on particular things that he has seen throughout his tenure as a professional as important to for you to pay attention to, or the reader. So, and again, the audience is really looking at the small business audience. The book is, as I mentioned, is a resource because there are a lot of references used in there. There's a lot of repeat information. For example, if you want to be able to find out the addresses for all the PTACs, it's in there. If you want to see information on PSC codes or FSC codes, it's in there. If you want to see NAICS codes information, it's in there. Now, granted, you can look this up, but when you have it in a usable format right in front of you, this is really a helpful guide for you to kind of walk through. Ideally, in a guide of this nature, you would use a highlighter and some tabs to mark things in the book that kind of cause you to think about stuff. The information that you're going to look at here also will help you go to the next step. If you're registering for in SAM.GOV, this is a great one to be able to get the information before you register for SAM.GOV. You want to know all of this stuff, NAICS codes, DUNS numbers, and things of that nature. So this will help you with that. It also, as I mentioned, focuses on some resources, and the one I want to point out specifically are the PTACs that are available for you to contact within your state. Now you can, with a little bit of ambition and reading on the internet, you can find them, but this book actually kind of presents it right there. Now, the downfall of resource information such as that is that it can be dated. Now, and that's the downside. Resources can be dated, and that it is incumbent upon the reader, the PTACs, whoever uses this, is to go back and make sure that the information is up to date. But having said that, knowing it's there and being able to mine that information in a single book will help you out immensely as you start driving toward doing business with the government. Now, of course, there are consultants out there, and they'll pester you about the things that they want and what they can do to help you out to become a successful entrepreneur. But this book here kind of gives you some beginning stuff for the more aged, experienced small business person. Yeah, this book is probably something you would have said, well, I don't need it anymore. And you'd probably be right. But I would caution you from saying that, because there's a lot of good resources in regards to, for example, the PTACs. I find the address book was, to me, when I saw that, and I'm going, this is great. I could use that. So I'm delighted that I have the opportunity to review this for you. So, takeaway for you is this: it's a good reference book. It's a good beginner's book. It's as a small business looks at this book, reads it, highlights things, they then can go to the PTAC and talk to them about what do we have available. Now, the PTACs will have resources that you will use as a small business person to help fortify the information that will go into SAM and eventually become your possibly your capability statement, things of that nature. So that's really kind of a good thing. And I think that, Robert Wink has really kind of hit the ball, at least if it's not a triple, probably just a good ground rule double, because it really hits something and brings something home. And I think that that's something that you could, as a small business, take away and benefit from. Now, keep in mind, this is not a reading book. This is not, oh, look at this. This is a great story. That's not the book that you're going to be buying. This book is a reference book with good information that is mined from a professional who does the work. So I put a lot of credibility in the people who have walked in the shoes of a contracting officer or a contract specialist. They kind of have a little bit more of to me, a little bit more uh, something, it's something good. So with that being said, take this and think about it. It's something that's good for you, good for small businesses. And again, it's a beginning book. So those who are accomplished small businesses might want to keep it for reference. For those who are brand new, this is something you want to keep right up front and work with it at the beginning. With that being said, I am the contracting guy. I'm out. Thank you for watching The Contracting Guy. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. We'd appreciate that. This is The Contracting Guy. I'm out.